Can I have your attention? Good evening, and welcome to ICC's 2022 Gala. I'm Dominic Sims, Chief Executive Officer of the International Code Council, and on behalf of the Board of Directors and the Code Council staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this prestigious event. I hope each and every one of you have had a productive and enjoyable time so far at the conference. You know, tonight we celebrate you. It's been amazing to see so many friends and colleagues this week. We've had a real impact on our communities that we serve. You know, each and every day we understand how hard it is to do your job. I'd like to thank President Davis and the Board of Directors for guiding us this year as we expanded our horizons in the building industry. We're grateful for your leadership, Cindy. We appreciate all the hard work that you've put into this organization. I also want to extend our thanks to the 2022 Louisville Host Committee and our sponsors who have helped make this conference possible. Yes. Where are they? Stand up. Where's the host committee? Most importantly, I want to thank all of you for your commitment to building safety. Tonight, we will recognize a few extraordinary people whose work has made a difference in our world. We will say goodbye to board members who have served us well, and we'll welcome new and current board members as stewards of the International Code Council. But first, it's time for dinner. Please enjoy your food, and we'll be back shortly with the rest of the program.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed your dinner. If you're not done, please continue eating. And before we get started tonight, I am Cindy Davis, President of the Code Council Board of Directors. It's great to see you all here this evening. Please continue if you haven't finished. First order of business, Janet Dupler, happy birthday. Second order of business, I want to recognize the amazing work that each and every one of you are doing to make your communities safer or to support those who are making our communities safer. On behalf of the Code Council, I applaud your commitment to leading the way in protecting the public and empowering code officials across the built environment. As leaders, we always seek to establish pathways to continued professional and personal development. We are committed to opening doors for the next generation of professionals to carry out the building safety mission. One of the ways we do this is through the Emory R. Rogers Leadership in Building Safety Fellowship. This fellowship is awarded annually to a building safety professional who has embarked upon a demonstrated executive-level career path and wants to further develop leadership skills through an eligible executive development program. Emory Rogers was a true mentor to me. He left a legacy with big shoes to fill, and I am grateful for his leadership. Please watch this video of the 2020 award winner to see Emory's continued impact on our industry.
Hello, my name is Ron Clements. I'm the building official for Chesterfield County, Virginia, an ICC member, and I'm the proud recipient of the 2020 Emory R. Rogers Fellowship. If you're a code official on an executive level leadership career path, I encourage you to apply for this year's Emory R. Rogers Fellowship. Emory was my colleague, friend, and mentor for most of my career. I valued his wisdom and guidance, and was thrilled to have the opportunity to further my leadership education and mentorship opportunities with Emory's Fellowship. With the fellowship, I attended the LEAD program for local government leaders at the University of Virginia's Weldon Cooper Center for Public Service. LEAD is a week-long program especially developed for local government leaders, and it was a great learning and networking experience. We studied a wide range of topics, including how to implement and manage change, how to create positive and productive work cultures, and a great session with the high-energy acoustic music duo Scuffletown that used their music and executive management talents to teach about co-leadership. There are great executive-level training programs like LEAD offered at colleges and universities across the United States, and I'm sure you can find one that is right for you and for your leadership career path. The last conversation I had with Emory was a phone call a few weeks before he passed away. I think he knew it was probably the last conversation we would have after over 20 years of friendship. After catching up on how he and Cindy were doing, how my family and I were doing, the conversation shifted to talking about the code, the recently ended legislative session in Virginia, and the ongoing mentorship that Emory always provided me continued. If you never had the opportunity to meet or be mentored by Emory, you still have a chance through the Emory R. Rogers Fellowship. He will be with you there in spirit. Socks are optional. And if you don't know what that means, the next time you attend an ICC conference, find someone that knew Emory. There are plenty of us around, and ask about the socks. You will get a great Emory story. I look forward to seeing you at the next ICC conference. Have a great day.
Ron, where are you? Will you please stand up? Ron was the 2020 recipient, and because of a little thing called the pandemic, everything was delayed a little bit, so he had to wait a while before he was able to take advantage of that fellowship. So Ron, can't wait to see where that takes you next. Applications are now open for the 2022 fellowship. The deadline for all eligible candidates is December 21st, 2022. So you have a lot of time. The fellowship will reimburse expenses to the approved leadership course of up to $20,000. It's a remarkable opportunity to take the next step in your career, so please consider applying. At this time, I would like to present the President's Award. There were so many people this year, they wouldn't let me give it to everybody. Starting with ICC staff who helped me throughout the entire year, several chapters who supported me in my visits, Permit Text Nation, my staff back home in Virginia. Staff, DHCD staff from Virginia, please stand up. They were there to fill in the void, make sure the work got done. They're not all here, but I brought as many as I could bring, and I can't thank them enough for their support during this past year. And of course, my family. These two, I couldn't do it without them. But these two recipients of the President's Award go above and beyond. Not only do they volunteer and serve their communities, they also mentor and support women who are working in a historically male-dominated field. The winners of the 2022 President's Award are WICED of Virginia and WICED National Chapter. Would the officers please come forward? All right, so I am not sure exactly who to give each of these to. We will figure it out. But again, these women, women of Virginia, Women National, giving back to their communities, giving back to the habitat, and most importantly, encouraging and supporting women to get out there and be involved in the code development process, to continue their careers and achieve more than they ever thought that they could. So Wicked, thank you for all that you do. Again, congratulations to both these recipients. Now, please join me in welcoming Dominic Sims, our CEO, back to the stage.
I have the distinct pleasure every year to present the William J. Tange Award. But first, I'd like to remind everyone, none of this happens on its own. So much goes into the planning and the execution of our annual conference. I want to acknowledge all the ICC staff that's in the room. So if you'd stand up, please. I really am so fortunate to be working with such a great group. William J. Tange was the first CEO of the International Code Council. Bill was a steadfast proponent of the code development process. Maybe an opponent too. Bill was an engineer who started off his career and worked for all three legacy organizations, ICBO, BOCA, and SBCCI. The unique thing about Bill, though, was his unwavering commitment to member services. Bill was passionate and believed that if we served the members would take care of the organization. We present this award each year to a staff member who exemplifies Bill's spirit and finds a way to make every day an exceptional day for members. This year's award recipient goes way back. He's been with ICC and a legacy organization for many decades. Unfortunately, he's not with us tonight. He was called away to a pressing family issue, but I know he would have loved to have been here. And he's one of those people you may not see all the time, but you would see him at the annual conference. And that's one of the reasons why I think I miss him so much this year. To help me with the rest of the presentation, I'd like to call on his colleague, his mentor, and I think a friend of his, Mark Johnson. Mark.
Thank you, Dominic. This individual I've known for over 30 years. He immigrated from Brazil, came here, was sponsored by ICC's Jay Woodward and his wife, Andy. I don't know if Jay's in the audience, but if he is, Jay, you and Andy have done good. He's been like his American parents. This individual is Cesar Montero. And I know he has touched a lot of people in this room, having served you for numerous years at chapter events, the annual meeting. When problems arise, he was Johnny on the spot. He kind of coined the term moments of magic. And I would say there's three attributes that stand out. His passion, both to our mission, but also to you, the members. Also his tenacity. He was relentless. If there was a problem to be solved, he saw it through. He never stopped short. And most of all, his creativity. He's a guy like the Pirates of Caribbean where there are no rules, there's only guidelines, and he finds a solution. If he was a code official, he would have mastered 104.11 on alternative materials and methods of construction. But I think I'd like to just close with a little story that captivates both the passion, the tenacity, and also the creativity. There was a time years back when we had a partnership that we were working on developing with the Structural Engineers of California. And there was a training event that was taking place in California. We had to have some training materials sent there. They had to be there on time. And Cesar, he's like a Boy Scout. He always believes in the motto, be prepared. So get the material out early. And so he did. However, Murphy's Law. They grabbed the wrong volume of the structural seismic design manuals for the training, got a volume 3 instead of a volume 1. But the good news was we had plenty of time, right? I mean, he was prepared. Let's get him there in advance. They called the warehouse, got the wrong books. Well, there's Murphy's Law. When something can go wrong, it will go wrong. But Cesar coined the term, there's also Cesar's Law. Sometimes it can go wrong, will go wrong, and will keep going wrong. So he sends out, we make sure the next shipment's sent out. This time, basically, UPS loses it. So, night before a training event for 200 structural engineers, chomping at the bit, ready for their manuals and start the training, I get a call the night before, Cesar giving me the bad news. And I'm thinking, boy, what do we do? And at dinner that night, I'm lamenting the fact with my wife that I'm going to have an angry association that I've worked years to develop this great partnership. But around 8 o'clock in the evening, I get a call from Cesar, and he says, Mark, I got this. And I'm a curious guy. I said, what do you mean you got this? I mean, how are you going to get these manuals to California from Kansas? He said, well, I'm at the airport. I'm at Kansas City. I got 2 boxes of books in tow. And he said, you know, boss, I know you always think about money, but don't worry about it. I got a lot of frequent flyer miles that I'm never going to use. I got it covered. And sure enough, he showed up 15 minutes before the seminar on the red-eye flight, got the books there, hopped on the flight, slept on the plane ride back, and it was done. But that shows his passion for what we do, passion for serving our members, tenacity because he would not give up. He was relentless. But also creativity. I mean, who does that? I mean, it was just unbelievable. But I think that story really captures this individual. And I've had the fortune to work with him for a number of years. And as Dom alluded to, I don't know if I'm a mentor or he's my mentor because I've learned so much from him. But I think it's good if we could all give Cesar a round of applause.
Congratulations, Cesar. We look forward to your safe return. Next up, we celebrate another special person. Cindy, we've put together a presentation that highlights some of the things that you did this past year.
Cindy's the kind of person that you kind of gravitate to. She's got a really dynamic personality. She's very personable.
Cindy is really mission-driven, collaborative. She's also fun. She's a joy to work with.
She knows when things have to get buckled down and get done, but she also has the world's biggest heart.
During her time as president of the Code Council, Cindy Davis has demonstrated the skills that brought her to the position in the first place.
People look up to her leadership and look up to the way she approaches solving problems and being candid about how we can work together to solve problems.
She's very good at convincing people to do the right thing. Her ability to see a goal and coordinate the people to reach that goal. But then make those who participated feel like it was their idea in the first place.
She has passion. You can't discount that. Someone who has passion that can really bring forward other people and bring forward their passion makes for great discussion.
Cindy saw the value of volunteerism. That is what ICC is really based upon.
This past year, that volunteerism has taken her to the pinnacle of our organization.
One of the innovative examples of her leadership was on affordability. It was amazing to watch her lead in Virginia at the national and international level on new building technologies, 3D printed homes, and helping to solve the problem of affordable housing.
A number of code officials are retiring. This is the old guard, guys like me. But I think there are a whole number of young women who are entering in this field. And from that perspective, Cindy, you have actually set an example of what can be reached at some of the highest pinnacles, particularly in the code administration profession.
It's the person that she is that has gotten her where she is. Come on. It was and still is a rarity to find a woman who appreciates the value in spending money on a DeWalt or a Bosch tool.
If you do happen to catch Cindy browsing the aisles of the hardware store, odds are she won't be alone.
So much of the Cindy Davis I know is built on what I'm going to call her life job. First, it was being a mom, and now it's being a grandmother. And it's a job that she has done better than any other before her.
Thank you, Cindy, for your passion, dedication, and leadership in this field. Your tenure has been marked by innovation and such an amazing commitment to the professionals that are part of the ICC community and all of the people we serve.
There's this story going around that she was actually playing an astronaut one night, searching the cosmos to find the moon. So Cindy, one of these days we're going to sit down and we're going to actually engage in a conversation over a number of cosmos, and we're going to find the moon.
Cindy Davis, ICC President, you rock.
So Cindy, we have a few people that would like to recognize your leadership.
I have to go fix my makeup.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Okay, our first presentation is from your home chapter, the Women in Code Enforcement, and the Development Chapter of Virginia and Virginia Building Code Officials Association. So will representatives please join us on stage?
Cindy, you have been a great mentor to many in this room and in the code profession. Virginia is very excited to have this opportunity in front of all of our peers to thank you for all that you've done. Please accept this gift of appreciation. Mike. Oh, can you come up so we can read it? It's with great appreciation that we present this to Cindy Davis, President, ICC Board of Directors, 2021-22. Leadership is about making others better. Because of your presence, VBCOA, Wicked of Virginia, thank you for inspiring current and future code enforcement leaders, and thank you for your contributions to our growth and visibility within ICC. Thank you, Cindy.
And we would also like to present this travel voucher for you because as you finish your journey with ICC, we want you to take some time, just a little bit of time, to spend on you. We are so grateful in Virginia that as she finished her journey here, she will be coming back to VA with us. So we get to continue our experience with her, and we get to continue to enjoy being in her presence. So thank you so much for all that you have done for us. We could not have been and be who we are without your support and your guidance. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next presentation is from the Permatech Nation. Would you join us on stage?
Cindy, it's with great honor that Permatech Nation presents you with the gift to show you our gratitude for all you've done to further the careers of women and minorities in the industry. You have continued to break down barriers, show others that I'm reading too fast. Show others that we have a strong and valuable voice. For that, we will be eternally grateful. We wish you luck and happiness in your next chapter of your career, and know your voice won't go unheard. And again, thank you for all that you've done for us in Permatech Nation, and congratulations on the successful year leading the International Code Council. So Permatech Nation has presented you a taste of Kentucky.
Okay. Our next presenter is Bob Carpenter. Bob, would you join us up here?
CAC has two traditions with the outgoing president. We always give a Kentucky Colonel and a bottle of bourbon. Well, we learned that President Davis prefers wine instead. So we've got a few bottles of wine that are local from Brussels, Kentucky. The other thing is the Kentucky Colonel. A commission of Kentucky Colonel is the highest title bestowed by the governor of Kentucky. It is a recognition of an individual's noteworthy accomplishments and outstanding service to our community, state, and nation. If you are commissioned a colonel, you are a Kentucky Colonel for life. President Davis, I am proud to present to you the honor of being named a Kentucky Colonel.
Thank you, Bob. The next presentation is from the California Association of Building Officials. I think Matt Wheeler is making this presentation. Matt, are you in the room? Oh, there he is.
Good evening. Matt Wheeler representing the great state of California, and it is my honor to be here to commemorate what has been a fantastic year for us all. I think when we look back on this year, we struggled. And taking the helm at this time was not easy. And we recognized that. We were looking for a return to normalcy. We were looking for comfort. And we're now at a better place than we were this time a year ago. And that's because of your leadership. So thank you very much. We couldn't think of a better gift. Now, we know the lady likes tequila, but given that we spent time in California together, we wanted you to have something to remember your time with us fondly. So this is what we would call a Christmas bottle in my family. But we hope you'll enjoy it and think of us. And thank you for a tremendous year.
The next presentation is from, or on behalf of the ICC Board of Directors, and I believe Mike Witch is going to make that presentation. Mike.
So Cindy, on behalf of the board, I just want to tell you how much of a pleasure it was to serve under your leadership this year. You did an outstanding job, and you have big shoes. I have big shoes to fill next year. So getting a gift for you was very difficult because you appear to be the woman that has it all. So it was honestly one of the toughest tasks that I had all year long, and I'm here empty-handed. I promise you we did get you something. It was just very awkward to bring it here, so we are going to present it to you tomorrow at lunch, but I didn't want the people here to think the board didn't get you anything. But we did. Hopefully you'll like it tomorrow. But you'll have to wait. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Well, thanks, I guess.
If there's anyone else that would like to make a presentation to Cindy at this time, would you please come up to the stage? Okay. Cindy, we can't thank you enough, and I personally can't thank you enough for your hard work and dedication to the Code Council. You made my job a lot easier this year. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to turn the floor over to you for your comments. Thank you.
My goodness. Thank you, everybody, who presented me with these amazing gifts and said so many kind things. It has truly been an honor serving as your president this past year. To the staff at the Code Council, thank you for all that you do. Your tireless work to support our members and your passion to make the built environment stronger and safer does not go unnoticed. We truly could not accomplish anything without you. To my employer, the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development, specifically Eric Johnson, my former director, and Brian Horn, my current director, and to my incredible staff, I cannot thank you enough. To my family, you are my heart. I love you, and I am grateful that I had the chance to share this experience with you. You are my biggest cheerleaders, and although my grandchildren could not be here this year tonight, to my 5 youngest ones, I hope that my efforts here will provide you with a safer world to live, learn, work, and play. And to my oldest, Madison, I hope that this past year has inspired you as you have inspired me. And now I'm going to ask you all to indulge me for a minute. And I'm going to ask my sisters to please come up here and join me on stage. I'm just going to ask you to stand behind me because I can't look at you. So we grew up in a unique situation. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I did not want to leave tonight go by without letting them know just how very much their support throughout the years has meant to me, because I truly would not be here tonight without them. So I've wrote a poem called Ode to My Sisters. For a very long time, it's been just us four, whether across the globe or right next door. Whether supporting each other in a time of need or celebrating victories, we were all agreed that whatever was needed, no matter the location, we would rally around in a protective formation. For me in particular, whenever I'd call, no matter the favor, both big and small, never needing persuasion or payment for time, my sisters, my village, pushed me to climb. There are no words for how much I am grateful for your help and support when I had a plateful. I'm here tonight in a very large part because of the generousness of your hearts. So to you I pay tribute with love and grace. My sisters, my village, you are my ace. All right, thank you for indulging me that. It was important to me. Early in my career, I read a book by Stephen Covey called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And of all the ideas expressed in that book, the one that stuck with me throughout the decades is this. We may be very busy, we may be very efficient, but we will also be truly effective only when we begin with the end in mind. When I began my year as president, I decided I wanted to lead with the end in mind, and I am thankful for the opportunity to have worked with a board who also wanted to truly be effective and continue to move the organization forward. We started the year with some big objectives, from advancing the code development process, to updating the structure of the organizational business model, to launching the ad hoc committee on diversity, equity, and inclusion, to re-engaging with our membership after a challenging few years. Because of their leadership and willingness to work together, we were able to create lasting changes that will positively impact the future of the building safety profession around the world. I especially want to express a special thank you to Mike Witch and the executive team, who stepped in for a period of time during this past year when I had some health issues. It truly takes a team. So Mike, and to the entire board, I thank all of you for your leadership, your support, and all of the effort that you put into this past year. Thank you. This year also provided me with some incredible opportunities, some of which you heard about during the business meeting. Without fail, the people I met throughout my visit, whether in the United States, Dubai, or Canada, were focused on one thing. How can we build safe buildings and ensure the products will perform as required? Did not matter what code was used. All were building safety professionals with the same goal. So back to the 7 habits. Focusing on the end is where you stand and look back. What will be said? What have I done? Did I make a difference? I don't know, as my work is not quite done yet. But when it is, I know beyond a doubt my term as Code Council President will have provided me incredible resources to continue my work. I am so thankful to have had this opportunity. I have learned a lot this year, and you have inspired me as a leader. I have never believed more strongly in this organization, in its mission, and in the future of the Code Council. And I know the future continues to be in good hands as Michael Witch takes the helm as your new president. Thank you all very much. So I would now like to recognize our outgoing board members. First, would immediate past President Greg Wheeler please join me on stage? You're going to have to stand behind me too so I don't cry.
Okay.
Greg, your leadership, your friendship, your wisdom throughout the decades has meant more to me than you know. I couldn't have achieved half of what we did this past year without your support and guidance, and for that, I thank you. This is a plaque in recognition of your outstanding dedication and service as a director and officer of the International Code Council, and a pin box recognizing your years of service as director and officer of the Code Council. I'd also like to thank Director Jim Brown for his service. Jim, can you please join me on stage? Jim, get up by the mic. Like Greg, your wisdom and off-the-cuff remarks that often hit the nail right on the head will be truly missed, and your wisdom and insight was profound. Your years of service on the board are very much appreciated. Your dedication knows no end, and we thank you very much. Now, would the following newly elected officers and directors please come forward? Vice President Stuart Tom. Secretary Treasurer David Spencer. Directors Angie Weezy, Ron Hampton, Jack Applegate, Shirley Ellis, and Jose Roig. Vice President, Secretary Treasurer, 2 directors. Later. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been elected to represent your peers on the International Code Council Board of Directors. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. In the presence of the members, of this organization here assembled, I do solemnly promise, on my sacred honor, to perform the duties of the office to which I have been elected. Faithfully, strictly, and impartially, to the best of my ability. Stuart Tom, I hereby declare you Vice President of the International Code Council Board of Directors. David Spencer, I hereby declare you Secretary Treasurer of the International Code Council Board of Directors. Angie Weezy, Ron Hampton, Jack Applegate, Shirley Ellis, and Jose Roig. I hereby declare you Directors of the International Code Council Board of Directors. The continued success of this association in the coming years depends in great measure upon your ability to conduct the Code Council's business and undertakings. Congratulations to all of you. Please accept my sincere best wishes. Your turn, Mikey. President-elect Michael Witch and Alex Cashel-Chavy, please come to the stage for the oath of office. While they make, whoops, excuse me, pardon me, not yet. While they make their way to the stage, with the past Code Council presidents who are in the audience tonight, please come up to the front of the room to prepare for the gavel passing ceremony. All right, you're on.
As they get up here, for some of you that know me, I'm extremely shy and at public speaking and short. I thought I needed help swearing Michael in. So we have a guest appearance to come in and be on stage with us while I swear Michael in.
Mike's not here? Mike the Tiger?
No.
What happened to him?
We know what happened to Mike the Tiger. I've been blamed for that for 6 years now. So Michael, you have been chosen by your peers to lead this association for the coming year. By placing their trust in you, our members have shown their confidence that you will faithfully discharge that trust. I know you will endeavor to always conduct the affairs of the association in a manner that promotes our mission with constant attention to the good of the Code Council and its members. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. In the presence of the members of this organization here assembled, I do solemnly promise on my sacred honor to perform the duties of the office of President faithfully, strictly, and impartially, to the best of my ability. Michael Witch, I hereby declare you President of the International Code Council. Thank you.
come along and so lucky.
That should be a Bengals uniform, you know that.
Hey, I became a Bengals fan.
Okay.
Move on down. Move. Joe's in the way. Members, you have elected a new president. Michael Witch, Director of Building Code Administration and Chief Building Official of the South Central Planning and Development Commission in Houma, Louisiana. To honor our new president as he leads us into the future, I call on the past presidents to join me in the passing of the gavel. The gavel is a symbol of the office of president to which you have been entrusted.
We're ready. Don't drop it. Oh, yeah. You miss Andy. I always miss Andy. Don't worry. Thank you.
On behalf of the presidents who preceded you, the board of directors, and the membership, please accept this plaque announcing to all that this is your year as president of the International Code Council. Michael, we are proud of you, and we're here to support you throughout the next year. President Witch, the gavel is yours.
Wow. Thank you, Cindy. Your leadership this past year has been exemplary. During your term, you did an excellent job of engaging our membership. This is a mission that's important to me as well, and will carry over into my term. I have to thank a few people first. First and foremost, my family. All of us in this room dedicate a lot of time to the Code Council, but the truth is, we enjoy it. It's our families that really make the sacrifice. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize my mom and dad who are with us tonight, also celebrating their 53rd anniversary tonight as well. It means the world to me that they were able to be here tonight. They're just so special to me. I'd also like to thank my team at South Central Planning. It's their work that allows me to spend the time that I need to serve on the board. I'd like to thank my boss, which I don't do too often, Mr. Kevin Belanger, for recognizing the importance of our participation in Code Council activities and allowing me to spend much time away from the office. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to all of you who have helped me along the way. No one gets this opportunity without having others help you, guide you, and mentor you. There are too many of you to thank, but please know that I'm truly grateful for your friendship. The International Code Council is the leader in building safety. Others look to us to solve some of the most difficult problems of our time. Because of your commitment and expertise, we developed the most widely used codes and standards available. But we cannot get complacent. We must adapt and we must advance. And although it's difficult, we must embrace positive change. We have to continue to improve our processes, to ensure we have the most effective system for incorporating the latest technology and best practices for safe construction. Beginning in 2024, we'll be implementing some significant improvements to the code development process. These changes were developed in conjunction with our members and stakeholders and are part of our commitment to continual improvement. We need to work together to guarantee a smooth transition. On Monday, we heard some of the specifics in the members' forum. We'll continue to share information over the next year to make sure we're all fully prepared to participate in the new process. Our success hinges on your engagement. I challenge each of you to think about the difference you can make over the next year. Is there someone in your office that needs a helping hand to navigate the next step in their career? Do you know someone not in the industry who might be a good fit for building safety? It's up to each of us to foster connections. The future of our association and our industry depends on cultivating new talent and engaging beyond our current borders. Speaking of borders, we must continue to expand our global presence and form new relationships around the world. Building safety is a worldwide concern, and we can learn from each other. When we share knowledge and expertise with others in our industry, no matter where we are located, we all benefit. I'm looking forward to serving as your Code Council President this year. It will truly be an honor and an opportunity that I do not take lightly. I know that together we will accomplish extraordinary things for the building safety community. Thank you.
I won't say anything about the man crush on Joe Burrow. Congratulations, Mike. I look forward to working with you and the board of directors this coming year. It's been a great week so far, but we still have plenty to do. Tomorrow, Group B public comment hearings begin at 1 p.m. in this same room to develop the 2024 I-codes. Looking ahead, the 2023 annual conference, which I hope to see each and every one of you at, will be held in St. Louis, Missouri. Our 2023 host committee is already hard at work, and it's my pleasure to ask Irene Knott, chair of the St. Louis Host Chapter Committee, to say a few words about the venue. Irene?
Is anybody else experiencing deja vu? 3 years ago, I stood up here and invited y'all to come to St. Louis in 2020. Guess what? We had a pandemic. So, on behalf of the committee, we'd like to welcome you back to the heart of America for the Code Council's annual conference in St. Louis. Do we have any sports fans in the room tonight? Are any of you hockey fans? All right, did you stop by our little table we had in the expo? We were giving out hockey pucks because the St. Louis Blues won the 2019 Stanley Cup. So they're having me read the same speech I read to y'all 3 years ago. All right, so St. Louis Blues, as well as the oldest professional teams, the St. Louis Cardinals, those are all from the St. Louis area. So please enjoy this sneak peek of St. Louis. We look forward to having y'all next year in St. Louis in 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Irene. We look forward to working with you and the committee over the coming year. I want to thank everyone again for joining us this evening. I hope this evening was enjoyable. I hope you got out of the conference what you expected to, and I'd encourage you to participate in the co-development hearings, which begin tomorrow. Thank you and good evening, everyone.